everybody? Sam Goodman, the Hot Nerd, bringing you another Hot Nerd video, a coffee time with Sam, while I am cruising in my car to Safety Focus 2020 in Las Vegas. It's going to be a fun, awesome time. I look forward to seeing all of you there, all my safety peeps, all my Hop fam, all those folks out there that tune in. I look forward to meeting a bunch of you. Sounds like we're going to be doing a bunch of podcasting. By the time you see this, we've already done all that. We've already had an amazing time. We're all back at our real lives going, oh man, I wish I was back at Safety Focus 2020. But you'll see these peppered in through my feed. I'm recording a bunch of these on my drive. So 4 or 5, not a ton. Just wanted to record some videos and get those to you. I had some of these thoughts fresh on my mind. Before we dive in too far, make sure you head over to the website, www.thehotnerd.com. Follow along on all things social media at The Hot Nerd, except for Twitter, because it is super duper special. It is The Hot Nerd 1. Make sure you send me an email, thehotnerd@gmail.com, or slide on into the DMs. I love talking to you. I love having these conversations. It's just great. It's awesome. You send me all kinds of cool stuff. Some of the last articles that I wrote, you guys have been sending me all these kind of really neat stories about your time in the safety profession, growing up in the safety profession, all that kind of cool stuff. So keep sharing those. Those are really cool. Just don't get mad if I ask you if I can share it, because I want to. It's going to be a good time. But today I wanted to touch on something that's really, really super important for us, critically important, and that's learning. So some kind of ways of learning. People always talk to me about learning because that's probably the most important thing that we talk about, right? That's how we actually seek out and create betterment in our organizations, is through learning. Learning is the only handy dandy tool that we have in our toolbox. Now there's tons of different ways to go about learning, and I think one that we use a lot is learning teams, and I think that's excellent. I'm not going to dive into the how to do a learning team podcast here. I think most of us have access to that information, and video, sorry, I'm used to podcasting, I think we all have that information, or can get that information. We probably will do a pod on that at some point. But so a learning team is a really good, effective tool, right? Involving those folks that do the work, folks that design the work, folks that engineer the work, folks that lead the work, whatever that makeup looks like for you. Excuse me. And putting them together and figuring out betterment. I think that's cool. I like these bring to meetings. I think that's a really good idea. If you have a problem that's going on, maybe it's just a rule. Like we have a sucky rule that it's hard to follow, or people don't follow for whatever reason, even if we don't know why. We say, hey, we clearly have problems with this rule, or with this rule, with this process, with this, whatever it is. Here's our problem. On Tuesday, I want everyone to come to this meeting. Just bring 2 ideas on how we can change that, make that better, fix that. Bring 2 solutions with you. I think that's a super, super cool way to come up with some ideas, because people are going to come up with stuff that you have never thought about. That's the great thing about doing this together. More is better. Having more people kind of is better. Maybe the people that actually do stuff, telling us how to do stuff, is probably a good idea too. Who would have thought, right? It's crazy stuff, but excellent. That is an excellent idea to do those bring to meetings. I love just listening sessions. I think listening sessions are not used nearly enough, to where we just listen to the beef. Where's the beef, right? Where's the friction? Where's the suck? Where's the not so great stuff? Where are things harder than it should be? Tell me the problems that you have. What are the actual crappiest parts of your day? I want to hear about it. I really do, because there's probably a way to make them not so crappy. Right? I promise you there's a way to make them not so crappy. There's some suck in all of our jobs that's not going anywhere. But unneeded suck, we'll probably work on, right? And we got to get there by listening. So listening meetings work super duper well. Black line, blue line meetings, all these other different tools. There's lots and lots and lots of different ways that we can learn. And we should probably think about, what we're learning, how we're learning, what tools we're using, using those strategically, I guess, But I think part of what happens is we get so wrapped up in this idea that it has to be strategic and it has to be formalized. It has to be some formalized method of learning and all this just don't. Fair enough. I think so. I think that's what I've seen, is that most leaders that I work with, they say, well, I don't know how to do that. There's not a form for this and a checklist for that. And then put people in a room and ask them what they need. You got a whiteboard, right? Doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. Ask them what they need. Ask them how to fix a problem. Lock them in there and bomb some donuts. Let them go to town. Bring them a pot of coffee. Come back and look at the whiteboard. You're going to have some pretty cool stuff on it. Take a picture. You're done. Go forth and change stuff. Go forth and work on stuff, right? It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. It really, really doesn't. That's all I got. What do you think? How do you all learn? What tools do you use in your organization? What tools do you use in your world to learn? Whether pre-event, post-event, general betterment? How do you fix crappy processes or fix the suck? How do you deal with that stuff? I'm really interested. This is probably where we get to nerd out the most, is in around the area. So make sure you let me know. Let's talk about it down in the comments. Send me an email, thehopnerd@gmail.com, slide into the DMs, all that fun stuff, and let me know. I think it's a really cool conversation, and we should continue. So until next time, this is Sam Goodman, the Hop Nerd, signing off. I'll see everyone at Safety Focus 2020. Be there or be square. Bye, everybody. Bye.